Welcome to another episode of Daily Gym. Whenever I meet with startups and founders, the first conversation I will always bring up the topic of KPIs, key performance indicators, because I'm curious what they use inside the company to measure everyone's progress. What I generally get back though are sales targets or revenue targets. There's nothing wrong with having sales targets as a company because it allows you to see how much you've progressed compared to the past. It gives you some measurement to forecast into the future and allows you to easily talk with banks or investors because sales targets for investors makes it easy for them to compare your business to other businesses, even across different industries, and to know what kind of return they can expect for the risk they're putting in. But when I think about it inside the company, there's not much merit to measuring the sales or having sales targets for individual people. The reason I say that is twofold. Firstly, it's quite difficult to attribute a certain sale to a particular individual, as is generally a company effort, company-wide effort, or a team effort. The second reason related to this is that what ultimately leads up to the sale is an entire sales funnel. It's almost never directly an action of an individual that translates to a sale. There are usually steps in between of the customer having seen the website, deciding to call you, deciding to email you, then you manage to get him on the phone. From the phone, you manage to meet him. And then ultimately from the meeting, you manage to get him as a customer. So when I think about that, I always advise the founders or the startups to go through the entire sales funnel and see at which points certain individuals in your company have an action that directly impacts that particular result within the sales funnel. And I use that as the target that I give to the people that are working with me. The reason I say that is something I mentioned in a video a few days ago, is that we human beings love to measure our own progress because we love to have the feeling of development and getting better at something. So having something that they can easily measure themselves and then see how they move even from one day to the next really makes people much more motivated. To give you an example, imagine you're a B2B company that gets sales in two different ways. One is cold calling, where if you manage to call 10 people, you can get one sale or a conversion rate of 10%. But on the other hand, if you're meeting a certain person, if you're meeting 5 people, you can get one sale, which means a conversion rate of 20%. If you simply look at the numbers, going to meet people speak with them face to face seems the more efficient way. But if you include the time spent, then maybe cold calling is the better way to go. Think about it this way. If it takes you 3 hours to meet 5 people, which means you can get 2 sales, but in those 3 hours, you can actually call 30 people because you're able to call 10 per hour. You can get 3 sales of cold calling. So then cold calling seems the more efficient way to go. But the real perk is that when you talk with the people inside your company that take care of sales or other parts of the business, it's very easy to tell them you have to cold call 10 people within 1 hour. Because as a company, we know that the expected result will be 1 sale. Then as a company, when it comes to training as well, you can say, if you can cold call 1 more person every day within 1 hour, you go from 10 to 11 to 12 to 13. That's a very easy measurement for people inside your company. Or as a company, if you're able to train the person in such a way that they are able to convert 2 people out of 10 people they cold call, all of a sudden you're double your sales. So as you can see, the more you can break down the sales funnel and know which action people take that, and the next consequence, the next result that comes directly from that action, the easier it is to manage the company and motivate people. That's all I have to say for today. I'll be back with another episode tomorrow, and have a nice day, everyone.